Hi, my name is Rob Roderick, and I'm a member of the Leadership Council of MLC-NA, the Marianist Lay Community of North America. What I'd like to talk to you today about is the Year of Shared Discernment, which all lay Marianists and Marianist lay communities are invited to participate in starting on September 8th, 2020, the Feast of the Nativity of Mary. A few quick questions about the Year of Shared Discernment. First, what is the Year of Shared Discernment? This year is really an opportunity for lay Marianists and MLCs to continue the ongoing process of discernment that they already do, both personally and as communities, and then to share that discernment with the rest of the lay Marianists and MLCs across the North American region. This process doesn't replace or otherwise diminish any of the discernment that already happens personally and in your communities, but rather it's going to be a process that is going to help inspire all of us to build relationships across geographic areas and will ultimately help MLC-NA get to that next level in terms of being able to provide support to lay Marianists and MLCs, as well as to help all of us collectively take ownership of the charism and contribute to the common mission of the Marianist family. Second question is, why is the Leadership Council calling for a year of shared discernment? Well, we often hear two different sentiments. One, what does MLC-NA do? By which most people mean, what does the Leadership Council of MLC-NA do? Second, we often hear that lay Marianists need to contribute more to the mission of the Marianist family, that is, collectively or sometimes institutionally. This year is intended to help us answer both questions at the same time by discerning, as an entire region that spans all of North America, and it will answer the question what we want MLC-NA to do and how we can contribute to the mission of the Marianist family. The third question, why doesn't the Leadership Council just decide for us? In short, this isn't a very Marianist way of going about making a decision process. Also, it's not a very Marianist way of leading. The Marianist Leadership Council, rather than having a small group make a strategic decision that then is implemented for all lay Marianists and MLCs across the region, should be a listening body. It should start by allowing lay Marianists and Marianist lay communities to make their own discernment, to make their own decisions, and then to share those reflections, those discernments, those decisions with each other. And then, only then will we allow for projects, supports, other structures to emerge organically as necessary. The fourth question then is, how do lay Marianists and Marianist lay communities participate in the Year of Shared Discernment? Well, with the help of many Marianist volunteers, the Leadership Council is pleased to be able to offer 5 modules to help facilitate this regional discernment process. These modules can be tailored to the specific needs of each community or individual lay Marianist, who, even if those lay Marianists are currently without a community. So we see this as a very inclusive process that involves all of us. To learn more about the modules, go to the modules page of this website, that is www.mlcna.org/discernment. These modules do not have to be the entirety of our shared discernment process, but they will provide a common basis for facilitating a conversation that spans all the way from New England to Hawaii, from Texas up into Canada. So last question here is, what is the end goal of the Year of Shared Discernment? Well, in addition to building relationships, learning about one another, and creating channels for future conversation, the Leadership Council of MLC-NA will also be paying close attention to all of the different discussions and feedback that happens throughout this year. Our plan is to gather the insights from these discussions and form a new strategic plan out of those reflections that will guide our increased level of support for lay Marianists and MLCs, as well as strengthen all of our common life and our collective participation in the Marianist charism and mission. For more written materials about all of these things, you can find MLC-NA's letter of introduction to the Year of Shared Discernment as well as 3 supplemental documents that help answer questions about who's included in this process, what our goals as a regional community of communities are, and why we've chosen this bottom-up way of going about the entire process. So on behalf of the Leadership Council of MLC-NA, we thank you in advance for joining us on this journey. We acknowledge that much of this year will be experimental in nature, and we invite you to embrace this process as an exciting way of generating new ideas, new directions, and stronger relationships with one another. We look forward to sharing this year with you, and we're excited to see where it leads all of us together. Thanks for watching.